Welcome to another video walk around. Today we're going to be taking a look at this 2017 Nissan Pathfinder SL four-wheel drive in this sharp looking Caspian blue metallic color. This four-door, seven-passenger SUV comes equipped with a 3.5-liter six-cylinder engine mounted to an automatic transmission. And as an added bonus, this vehicle has no accidents reported. Starting in the front with some of the notable exterior features, you got a really sleek and sporty front end here, thanks in part to the great looking grille here. You got a really unique design to this grille, as well as of course that big Nissan badging in the center. And you've also got that nice chrome accent that runs along the bottom there. If you take a look at the headlights, you'll notice the LED daytime running lights here on the side, as well as those great looking projector beam bulbs. And underneath there you do have the fog lamps for some additional style and utility. And you've also got the chrome piece that runs along the bottom there as well. As you come around to the side of the vehicle, you'll notice the 18-inch alloy rims that the vehicle currently rides on. And those are wrapped in the studded winter tires. These tires have tons and tons of tread, and they are absolutely ready to take on any and all winter terrain. And just below the tires there, you've also got the mud flaps. At the bottom there, you have that nice black trim that runs along the bottom of the doors, and that's continued around the windows as well. You'll also notice the LED turn signal indicator integrated right into the mirror. And you've also got these great looking chrome door handles, which complement the chrome roof rails with the crossbar supports really nicely. And of course, that's a fantastic feature to have to easily expand your storage at some point in the future if you choose to do so. In back here, you've also got the tinted windows for some additional privacy for your rear passengers or rear cargo, and that tint continues in back as well. Up top there, you've got that nice roof mounted antenna, as well as of course the roof spoiler with the integrated brake light. And you've also got that nice rear windshield wiper, which is a really nice feature to have in the winter. Back here you'll also find some additional chrome accents, one just above the license plate there, and one just on the bumper at the bottom there. You've also got the Pathfinder badging, as well as of course the four-wheel drive SL badging. Underneath there you do have the hitch, so this vehicle does come ready to tow. And this vehicle really is in fantastic shape inside and out. So let's go ahead and hop inside and take a look at all those luxurious interior features. Before we even hop inside, we've got some premium features on the key fob here, including the remote start, which is a really nice feature to have on cold winter days like today. You've also got the remote keyless entry options, as well as the power liftgate button, which is another nice feature, so you can pop that liftgate without having to hop inside the vehicle. This vehicle also comes equipped with a proximity smart key system, so simply walk up with the key on your person and press the button to unlock the vehicle. And when you hop out, you can press the button to lock the vehicle as well. Inside, you're greeted with this gorgeous black leather seating that looks absolutely fantastic. You got a really nice design to the seat as well, with the nice accent stitching down the sides of the bolsters and in the middle of the seat there. Just below the driver's seat, you'll also find the power adjustable seat controls, including the power adjustable lumbar support. And if you take a look at the door sill there, you've got that nice Pathfinder branding, and you've also got these great looking Pathfinder floor mats as well. So let's go ahead and hop inside this luxurious interior and take a look at all the interior features. The features inside this luxurious SUV start with the push button ignition. Simply put your foot on the brake and push the button to start the vehicle as long as the key is in the car. If you take a look over at the driver's side door panel here, you'll find a really nice design, including a nice leather wrapped armrest here with the accent stitching just below that. And this is of course where you'll find the controls for your power windows, locks, and mirrors, and as an added bonus, the two front windows are both automatic. Just below there you do have a little bit of extra storage in the door panel, as well as of course an extra cup holder, and you've also got the speaker integrated in there as well. Take a look up top, you'll find this really nice geometric pattern to this panel that's just next to the door handle, and you'll find that throughout the interior. Just to the right of the door handle there, you do have the memory settings for the driver's seat, so you can easily switch between seat settings when you're switching drivers. As we continue to the right, you've got the climate vent here with that nice silver trim surrounding it. And if you take a look underneath here, you've got the buttons for lots of options, including the button to toggle your traction control, your heated steering wheel, power liftgate. You can also turn that on and off. And underneath there you do have the button for your blind spot monitoring, as well as your tow mode, and you've also got the button for your AC outlet there. If you take a look up top just above the gauge cluster here, you do have the dimmer switch for the gauge cluster, and on the right hand side here you have the trip button so you can track your kilometers. And if you take a look at the turn signal stalk here, you notice that this vehicle does come equipped with automatic headlights, which is a very nice set it and forget it feature, and you've also got the fog lights there as well. If we back up and take a look at this great looking steering wheel here, it is of course a leather wrapped steering wheel, and on the left hand side here you do have the buttons to navigate the screen in the center of the gauge cluster, as well as your infotainment system. I'll show you what's included in that in just a moment. Just below there, you've also got the volume rocker for your audio system, as well as the audio source button. And as we continue down, you've also got the voice recognition button, as well as the Bluetooth hands-free calling button. If you take a look at that screen, in the top left-hand corner there, you've got the exterior temperature, as well as the drive mode. You can tell whether the vehicle is in two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or the auto mode that I currently have it set in. And you've also got the gear that the vehicle is in as well. At the bottom there, you have the odometer, and you can see that this vehicle currently has 51,434 kilometers on it. You've also got the indicator to tell you whether or not you've got your blind spot monitoring enabled, and you've also got the range there on the very right-hand side. In this first screen here, you have a nice little Pathfinder icon, and if you switch over to the next screen, you've got your tire pressure, so you can check the tire pressures. Next, you've got your all-wheel drive control, so you can see where the power is being sent. Next, you've got the audio, so you can check what's playing and adjust it without ever having to take your hands off the wheel or even glance at your infotainment system while you're driving. Next, you've got a little compass there, and as an added bonus, you do have a little Pathfinder in the center there. You can even adjust the color of that Pathfinder, which is a pretty cool feature. You've also got the messages and warnings page, so any relevant vehicle messages or warnings will display here. And finally, you have all of the settings, including your driver assist settings. You've got your blind spot monitoring, as well as your parking aids here. You do have the parking sensors, the display, the volume, and you can even adjust the range, which is a nice premium feature as well. You also got the vehicle settings, main menu settings. You can adjust the body color like I mentioned earlier in the little screen there. You've also got the maintenance and alarm settings, as well as the language, units, welcome effect, and if you want to reset those, you can do so with the factory reset button at the bottom there. Take a look at the right hand side of the steering wheel here. You'll notice the cruise control for the vehicle, which is a nice feature for those highway drives. And if you take a look in the center of the dash here, you'll find this nice design with a nice silver piece up top, and you've got the climate vents on either side of the embedded infotainment system. And of course, this is a touchscreen infotainment system that includes navigation, which is a very nice feature. Though you can also use these buttons here if you don't want to use the touchscreen feature. You can adjust with these buttons here. In terms of options, you've got lots and lots to choose from. Of course, you have the navigation there, but you've also got lots of apps that you can choose from. The app screen here, you can see in the top that you do have that clock as well. You've got the app garage, the quick guide, clock, compass, email, calendar, maintenance notes, and you've also got the driving performance here, which is a really cool feature. You can check lots and lots of different vehicle stats, including your acceleration, your G-force, your fuel flow. You can check your range, and there's just so much to choose from here as you cycle through. You've also got the angle that the vehicle is at, as well as where your steering wheel is pointed. And if we take a look back here, we've also got the camera button. You can press that to bring up your 360-degree view camera, including your front camera, which is a really nice feature. In addition to your backup camera, you can maneuver this vehicle around with ease, regardless of how tight the space is. Just below there, you can also bring up your climate controls if you don't want to use the tactile controls below. This is a tri-zone climate control vehicle, so you've got the temperature that you can set independently for the two front passengers as well as the rear passengers. And of course, it is an automatic system as well, so if you push the auto button, you'll let the vehicle adjust the fan speed and the heat to get the vehicle to the desired temperature. If you take a look back at the buttons here, you've also got the audio button. In terms of audio sources, you have the standard AM/FM radio, and you've also got a CD input. You've also got XM radio, as well as a CD or an iPod dock, and you've also got Bluetooth audio, so you can listen to your own music regardless of the type of device that you have. On the right hand side here, you have the status button, so you can pull up your audio on the top and your climate controls on the bottom, which is a pretty standard configuration. You've also got the info button here, so you can check out all kinds of different information, including your fuel economy, eco drive report, traffic information, map information, and your Nissan Connect services. Finally, you have the settings menu here, and there's so much to see in the settings menu. There's lots and lots of different settings for all the different features. And lastly, we do have, of course, the brightness for your screen, as well as the voice button if you want to dictate commands to the infotainment system. On the right hand side there, you do have the passenger airbag warning, and on the left hand side here, you'll find the hazard lights. And as we continue down, you do have that nice geometric pattern to the panel here, like I mentioned earlier. And of course, you've got the audio controls down here. You can switch your audio source as well as the volume, and you've also got the 6 CD changer up here as well. Like I mentioned, you do have the tactile climate controls down here as well, and this vehicle does come equipped with air conditioning for those hot summer days, and you've also got the heated mirrors for those cold winter days, both of which are very nice features to have in the Okanagan. And like I mentioned, of course, it is a tri-zone climate control vehicle as well. Underneath there, you do have a couple of 12-volt outlets, as well as a nice little grippy mat here to ensure that anything that you put in this little storage pocket here doesn't slide around too much while you're driving. You've also got the two-stage heated seats for both the driver and the passenger. And as we continue down, you've also got a couple of cup holders here with that nice silver trim around it. And on the left-hand side here, just below the shifter, you do have the drive mode selector. Like I mentioned, you can put it in a 2-wheel, 4-wheel, or of course you can also let the vehicle select for you if you put it in auto. Lastly, you've also got the downhill assist here as well. If you take a look at the center console here, you do have that nice leather wrapped armrest on the top here. And if we take a look in the top, you've got a nice little tiny storage compartment here for some smaller items with a nice carpeted bottom. And underneath, you've got lots of space, as well as the audio and video input here. You've also got an SD card slot, as well as 2 USB inputs, and you've got a 12-volt outlet in there as well. Of course, in the bottom there, you've also got a nice little carpet. Take a look at the passenger side footwell, you'll find the same great Pathfinder floor mats. And if you take a look up top here in the glove box, you've got a really deep glove box with a couple different compartments, which makes it nice and easy to organize, which is a really handy feature. Take a look over at the passenger side door panel there, you'll find the same great design, as well as of course the controls for the power locks and the passenger side window. And if you take a look up top, you'll notice that this is an auto dimming rear mirror, which is a nice feature, so it'll stay nice and dim even if you've got bright lights in your mirror at nighttime. And you've also got the programmable garage door buttons there, so you can easily access your garage without having to dig out your key fob. Up top here you do have a little handy sunglasses holder, as well as the SOS button if you ever find yourself in trouble. Of course, you've also got the interior lighting controls here, and you've got the controls for your sunroof up front here, as well as the massive panoramic roof in back. This is a really premium feature to have. Lets in tons of light into the cabin, and of course you can also let in lots of air during the summer months as well. So let's go ahead and hop out and take a look at some of the features in the rear of this vehicle. In the rear of this vehicle, you have more of that same fantastic black leather seating in both the second and the third row. You'll also find tons of legroom for your rear passengers here, including the second and third row, because you can move the second row forward if you want to make some extra room in the third row there. In back here, you'll also find the handy little storage pockets in the back of the driver and the passenger side seat. You've also got the rear climate controls, like I mentioned earlier. And at the bottom there, you do have the heated rear seats, which is a really nice feature. They are both 2-stage heated seats for both rear passengers here. And you've also got an AC outlet to help keep things charged up. If you want to access the third row, you can do so with this nice little handy lever on the side. You can fold the seat up and slide it forward, and that'll reveal your third row, giving you a total of 7 passenger capacity. And like I mentioned, you do have lots of legroom back there because you can slide the second row forward. You've also got a couple of cup holders back here, as well as some climate vents to help keep everybody comfortable on the drive. And those seats are the nice black leather with the great design as well. If you want to fold these seats down for some additional cargo room, you can also do so. And underneath there, you can also slide the seat back and forward. But if you wanted to just fold them down for some extra cargo room, you can do so with that lever. And that'll give you lots and lots of interior storage space. And of course, they do fold down on a 60-40 split. If you take a look over at the door panel here, you'll find the same great design as we found in this front, as well as a couple of extra cup holders underneath here, and one up top. And you've also got the rear window switch as well. If you take a look in back here, you've got that nice power liftgate. Simply hit the button, and that'll lift right up for you. And inside, even with the third row folded up, you still got lots of interior storage space with that nice carpeted cargo area. You can fold the rear seats down nice and easily. Simply grab the latch up here to fold the headrest down, and then grab the latch on the left-hand side or the right-hand side and fold the seats down. Again, with the seats folded down, you've got tons and tons of interior storage space. Back here, you'll also find a handy 12-volt outlet on the left-hand side here. And underneath there, You do have the Bose acoustic wave system, which sounds absolutely fantastic. And you've also got an extra little storage compartment in here for some extra interior storage. Closing up the liftgate is nice and easy. Simply hit the button up top here, and that'll fold right down for you. That concludes this short video walk around, but this vehicle is absolutely loaded with features, and there's lots that I didn't get a chance to show you. So make sure you stop by Kelowna Toyota, located at 1200 Leithab Road, or visit us online at KelownaToyota.com for more information. We look forward to seeing you soon.